We enter the final week of the regular season. The Pirates find themselves in a familiar position, staring down another conference championship in the Western State North. So far, they have an unblemished record in conference play at 10-0, but the magic number remains at 1, and perhaps the sternest challenge lay ahead as they take on the Allan Hancock College Bulldogs, who come in hot on their trail with a record of 8-1. For a home-and-home series starting here tonight and then continuing Friday at Allan Hancock. Will that game on Friday matter? That has a lot to do with tonight. If the Pirates can win here tonight, they wrap up the conference championship, their 6th in a row in the Western State. If not, they have to head up to Allan Hancock College with a lot on the line Friday night. Jeff Stoynoff, Mike Cepeda with you here from Ventura College for Pirate Basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. We are set to go for the opening tip. Not a lot of changes here in the starting lineup for the two teams. Pirates going with the standard 5 of late. Brothers McIntyre, Anthony and Adrian in the backcourt. Shelton Tobin, Anthony Garza, Aaron DeWucci up front. Meanwhile, for head coach Tyson I, the Bulldogs come back with Bryce Craver, Amari Stroud, Noah Holland, Matt Solomon, and Vondre Chase. And while the Bulldogs, along with, well, everybody here in the 3C2A, have had to make some adjustments game to game with their lineup, this is a fairly common starting 5 for the Bulldogs as well. So both teams appear to come in at full strength or very close to it with a lot on the line. The Pirates 1 win away from another conference championship. Can they do it here tonight? Stroud starts a drive. Bulldogs in the road blue jerseys. Solomon gives back. Shot clock down to 11. Here is Solomon, dribbles it off his foot. Now time running short on the wing. This is Stroud. Stroud backing down, shot clock at 3. Turn around, too strong. Rebound on the floor and dug out by the Bulldogs, and we got a whistle. It's going back to the Pirates.
Yeah, back to the Pirates. It was, shot clock violation. Didn't hit anything.
Well, there you go. That makes sense. So a good set starting out for the Pirates, who have been very good defensively all season long. They come in riding a winning streak of 12 straight. Couple of forfeits in there to help bolster the record as well, but an outstanding one at 24-2. McIntyre splits the double team. Garza from the foul line, too strong off the back iron, but Adrian McIntyre swoops in for the board, and another chance for the Pirates.
Terrific offensive rebound there by McIntyre. Another possession for Ventura.
McIntyre on the drive, scoop off the bottom of the board, but Garza's there for the putback. So Garza cleans it up. Anthony Garza has seen the minutes dwindle in the last several games. He's really been the third cog here, leading the Pirates in this 2021-22 campaign. But he's seen the scoring average dip just below 10 points a game at 9.9, but he gets a good start here with an early hoop. But Coach Joey Ramirez has had the kind of problem that you want to have. He's had a number of players step up and play very well off the bench, and all of a sudden he is juggling a rotation that goes a good 10 or 11 deep. He's got to find minutes for all of these players as you take a look again at Garza cleaning it up. Back to McIntyre. He'll try for 3. That's too strong. Garza again on the offensive glass. Good feed to Tobin, who missed the layup.
Tobin not expecting that ball and, well, shanks the rebound and the putback opportunity.
Yeah, Garza very unselfish, and he finds Tobin, who was all alone. But can't get the layup to go. Craver on the drive, short on the layup. Tobin snatches down the board. Tobin leading the break. Into the lane, a little contact. Good and one. Shelton Tobin with a 3-point opportunity. Give it a look here. From the side, and Tobin takes the contact, gets to the line. The Pirates grab a 4-0 lead. The free throw in and out, and off to Stroud. Bulldogs at one point were 8-8. They're now 16-8. 8-game win streak after losing their conference opener, and they come in here still with a chance to possibly bring home a conference championship. Garza with the block on Holland. McIntyre into the front court, in from the right, gets it back and lays it up and in. Well, it was kind of awkward, but Anthony McIntyre with the finish, and the Pirates with a quick start, 6 in a row. For the Bulldogs, they'll need to sweep the home and home here this week against the Pirates. They also have a makeup game on Wednesday. That's at Oxnard. Well, we just saw Oxnard as Stroud hits the turnaround.
Dangerous team.
Yeah, they can definitely jump up and bite you. So the Bulldogs going to have to rattle off 3 in a row here in this final week. And if they do it, they will pull off what would be at least somewhat of a surprise in a conference championship, as Garza with the reverse. He's got 4 early. The Pirates have the 8-2 lead. No matter what happens this week, though, it's been a heck of a turnaround for Tyson I and the Bulldogs. Laid up and in by Solomon, his first 2, and it's 8-4. Pirates back the other way. McIntyre.
Great flash.
Feeds into the lane. DeWuji high off the glass, no good. Holland tips the rebound to himself. Solomon quickly ahead. Chase beats Tobin to the glass, lays it up and in. 8-6. The Bulldogs back within 2.
That's tough. You get a good offensive set, good flash into the middle. You don't finish, cost you 2 on the other end.
Another good feed inside. Tobin returns the favor to Garza, who has the shot blocked.
Going to be a jump ball, going to stay here.
Well, hard to say that Tobin and Garza aren't working well together. So far, the Pirates don't have anything to show for it in the way of points, but that was another good feed, this time Tobin finding Garza.
Yep.
Good recovery by the Bulldogs defensively. And now the Pirates will bring it in baseline right, 20 on the shot clock. Just underway. Opening half. Pirate basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com. McIntyre's 3 rims high, no good. Tapped outside to Sean Kelly, who's come on. Kelly running the floor, dribbled it off his leg, falls out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Pirates.
I'll tell you what, Tobin with an assist shove there. It's very Jordan-esque.
I'll overlook that. Bring you back live. McIntyre over to DeWuji. Tried to get it inside to Tobin, but that one tipped by Solomon and ends up with Holland.
It's a sloppy pass. It's got to be better. And this matchup zone here has been an issue.
McIntyre with the overplay, 2-on-1 if they hurry. Finds Anthony, flies in from the left. He's fouled. Going to head to the line for a couple of free throws. Craver picks up the foul for the Bulldogs. Well, this starts with a great overplay by Adrian McIntyre.
Trying to go for ESPN top 10 and gets met up top.
I think he had the elevation.
Yeah, I think so. Just not the power. Craver said, no, I'm not getting dunked on today.
Anthony McIntyre comes in averaging 16.6 points a game. He's also the leading rebounder for the Pirates at over 6 a game. And he's had double-digit rebounds in each of the last 2 games for the Pirates. So he is an outstanding rebounder. Hits 2, 10-6. 15-22 remaining here in the first half. And the Pirates have the early 4-point lead. Craver hands off. This is Nico Thomas, who has checked into the game. Thomas quickly doubled, lost it, but it finds its way back. And the 3 in the corner, that was Matt Solomon. Solomon.
He's got to be above 40% on the season.
Comes in back in the lineup after missing a couple of games. Meanwhile, hanging in the air, McIntyre fouled by Holland.
That's a great job by McIntyre, just using the screen off of Garza. That's poor recovery by Holland, excuse me.
Well, it's conjecture at this point.
I'll keep it consistent with you.
Pronunciations, and as always, hoping that we have them correct. McIntyre misses the free throw. Well, if there's one advantage statistically that the Pirates have in this one, they have been a far better free throw shooting team on the season in terms of percentage at up over 71%. Meanwhile, Allan Hancock comes in as a team shooting just under 63%. That one around and in for McIntyre, 11-9. Pirates with the 2-point lead. Started to say in the return, Solomon a week ago had 28 points, including 5 threes. That went off the back iron, and McIntyre with the board. Off to Tobin, who wants to run into the front court with no numbers. And a foul before the shot.
Oh, a little disarray defensively for Allan Hancock. It's going to cost him a bucket.
McIntyre in and out with the scoop.
Bulldogs dodge one there.
Craver back the other way. Solomon, Tobin on him, and as we watch the Pirates here in conference play, it seems clear to me that the primary defensive assignment often belongs to Schulten Tobin. And he draws it again here tonight as he draws Matt Solomon. Thomas on the drive, offensive foul, McIntyre. Beating Thomas to the spot, gets it back for the Pirates. 14:04 remaining in the first half. Pirates have led throughout. DeWuji checks out as Joey Ramirez goes to his bench for the first time. And we see a zone from the Bulldogs. Offensive rebound for Garza as Bell checks into the game. This is Jelani Bell, who comes in on fire. Over his last 3 games, 18.7 points a game. Good feed to Garza, who has that one rejected by Stroud. What a job by Stroud to get back and erase the shot by Stroud. Or I should say by Garza. They try the interior feed, the ball on the floor, dug out. McIntyre leaking out, and he will lay it in. 13-9. I started to say about Bell over his last 3 games, 18.7 points per game. This from a guy who, in the non-conference season, was averaging under 3 points a game. But the way he has stepped up, he has really emerged as one of the primary offensive weapons for the Pirates. Stroud on the pick and roll, goes glass, up and good. Bulldogs stay within 2 at 13-11. During that 3-game stretch, Jelani Bell 15 for 28 from 3-point range. Tobin's turnaround is short, but he digs out the rebound and keeps it alive. McIntyre on the drive, shot no good. Rebound on the floor, they're going to let it go. And it's going to stay with the Pirates.
Yeah, that should stay here, and we'll have a pretty good look of it here.
I thought I saw Garza get a piece,
but no, it's definitely off of 11.
Off of Kelly? Yep. Well, that's what they saw down on the floor as well. Bell will bring it in, baseline right. Trying to get it to Michael Nuloe, and Nuloe lost the handle, and the Pirates with a turnover. Chase brings it over the timeline. Kelly looking down low for Aaron Moore, who has come on as well. Stroud with a long 3 off the front iron. McIntyre with the long rebound. They foul him in the backcourt. Both McIntyres.
I'm going to go back to that block dunk.
Okay. Watch here again. The work of Stroud, and this starts with a great feed. But, Michael, how about Stroud?
Get it out.
Getting back on Garza. It's been an interesting problem for the Pirates of late. In the last several games, the Pirate starters have been playing short minutes, and we've seen the emergence of several players off the bench. But this is the final week of the regular season, and this is a Pirate team that is on their way to the postseason. And we wondered on our way up here, what do you do if you're Joey Ramirez? But I think our feeling was like to see McIntyre's, both of them play 30, 35 minutes tonight. Bring the minutes back up. These are going to be the guys that are going to lead the way in the postseason.
I think there's one thing to develop depth throughout a conference schedule that maybe features some weaker teams. They have feasted on the Western State, but now in crunch time, this is essentially a playoff week when you talk about the matchups between Ventura and Allan Hancock, who's come in 1-8 in a row. So the Bulldogs are a player here in the South, and Ventura, you're going to have to get the McIntyre boys back into the fray a little bit, and like you said, 30-35 tonight, definitely in the realm of possibility.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine that the notion that the playoffs start here tonight has not entered into the narrative for the Pirates this week as they get ready, knowing the team that they're facing and looking ahead to the postseason. Half hook from Stroud is good. That's pretty from Amari Stroud. It remains a Pirate lead of 2 at 15-13.
And in terms of his length and athleticism and height, man, Stroud, that is a feature of something you are going to see throughout the rest of the way, playoff-wise, especially if you go up to Lemoore and play some teams for the North.
Yeah, Stroud missed the last 2 games, returns to the lineup here tonight, but he's averaging just under 19 points a game during the conference season. So he is a definite offensive threat. McIntyre buries the 3, and that breaks a streak for Adrian McIntyre of 12 consecutive missed shots from three-point range. So that is one that no doubt he is very pleased to see go down. He's an excellent shooter from three-point range, just one of those streaks that happens. But they're going to need McIntyre at full offensive capacity if they hope to make a run in the postseason. McIntyre's three-point percentage had dipped to 29%. But that number's soft, Michael. I think you watch Adrian McIntyre shoot, you know he's a little bit better than that, typically. He makes it 5 in a row on the drive, and the Pirates step out to a 7-point lead, which is their largest. Craver feeds it down low. Moore working down low against Tobin, goes to the left hand.
It's great work.
Yeah, Aaron Moore. Coming off the bench, scoring 3.5 points per game, but has a good matchup with Tobin and able to take advantage in the low post. Ticking down, 10:04 and counting. McIntyre back to the drive, gets the roll. 7 straight for Adrian McIntyre, the leading scorer for the Pirates on the season at 20.4 a game. And he can fill it up if he starts to get it going. Stroud fakes the handoff on the drive. Runner is short. Pulled down by Tobin, who wants to run. Tobin jets into the front court, trying to go coast to coast. Lays it up, lays it in. 24-15. The Pirates push the lead to 9. 9:35 to go in the first half. You are watching Ventura College basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the BC Sports Network. One of the numbers to keep an eye on in this matchup has to do with rebounding, and specifically offensive rebounding for Allan Hancock and defensive rebounding for Ventura. Allan Hancock leads the entire 3C2A in offensive rebounds per game during the conference schedule. And the Pirates, meanwhile, are second in defensive rebounds during conference play. How has it gone so far? 2 offensive rebounds for the Bulldogs, 7 defensive rebounds for the Pirates. Stroud, rims no good on the jumper, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to the Pirates.
That's a great box out there by McIntyre.
But I think right now for Ventura in that matchup that we alluded to moments ago, going well for the Pirates. Giving up a couple of offensive rebounds, but so far they have held their own, if not better than that. And they have the 9-point lead. Turnaround good for Garza. Anthony Garza hits the shot in the lane. He's got 6. Craver on the drive, fouled by Nuloe. Bryce Craver, not a player that you're going to see a tremendous amount of offensive production, averages 6.7 points per game. But don't be fooled. He can fill up a stat sheet. A couple of weeks back at Cuesta, Craver had 14 rebounds and 15 assists.
My goodness.
In the same game. So Craver not a guy who's going to look to take a ton of shots, but he can announce his presence with authority. That went off the back iron. Pirates with the 26-15 lead, 8:44 remaining in the first half. Single game tonight. This one a makeup from back on January 24th. Game that had to be postponed. And hence the home and home to finish the schedule. McIntyre with the crossover, lays it in. Adrian McIntyre with 12 points. And Adrian McIntyre being decidedly more assertive as he has taken more of a step-back role in the last couple of weeks. That one around and out and off to Garza. 28-16. The Pirates with the 12-point lead. But it's good to see McIntyre really looking for his shot, and it reminds you just how difficult it is to keep Adrian McIntyre from getting to the rim. The combination of the ball handling and the tremendous body control. Craver's 3, no good. Holland has the offensive rebound, and he will get the putback to pull the Bulldogs within 10 at 28-18. Timeout on the floor.
Just can't have that. I mean, that type of position, and Coach Ramirez is hot.
Well, again, this is a Bulldog team that has been doing the job on the offensive boards. And Holland there able to get position on Nuloe. And the Pirates immediately want a timeout. And you have the sense that they're aware. There's a bit of a scouting report here. And the last thing that the Pirates want to see is the Bulldogs getting second and third chances. That's going to be the way that they're going to come in here and get a win. So the Pirates will reset. 7:45 remaining in the first half. They lead it by 10. Bulldogs will show pressure. They get it into Bell. Dangerous pass. Stroud with the steal. It's a 2-on-3. Stroud tries to feed across, looking for Chase, and McIntyre with the tremendous steal. Great hands from Adrian McIntyre, anticipating the pass, and even with that anticipation, that's still a heck of an athletic play to get the clean steal. McIntyre, a little shake and bake now, off to Garza in a crowd. Holland digs it out, but Garza recovers. And Garza with the finish. Back to a 12-point lead. Anthony Garza with 8 points and 4 rebounds. And this is what we saw for a lot of this season before the last few weeks. Adrian McIntyre and Anthony Garza. Very active early, leading the way at both ends as Stroud, again, works his way into the lane, and that right-handed hook continues to be a weapon. 30-20. The Pirate lead is 10. Nuloe trying to go back at Stroud. McIntyre wants to clear out in the low post. Nuloe open for three, short. Rebound on the floor. Solomon angles into the front court, into the lane, and has that one blocked by Nuloe, but recovered by Chase. Bulldogs keep a Chase with a step back three, bang. Vondre Chase. That pulls the Bulldogs within 7. Chase, a 30% shooter from three-point range. He looked comfortable on that one. Holland with the block on McIntyre. Bulldogs on a run. Chase, runner no good. Holland's tip dunk missed. But the Bulldogs keep it all of a sudden now as Stroud hits another three. The Bulldogs beginning to assert themselves on the offensive glass, and you see a Bulldog run getting them back within 4.
Shot up to 11.
McIntyre at the controls. Garza trying to work down low, passes out of the double team. Nuloe passes on the three, drives the lane, left-handed layup, no good. McIntyre tipped it up and good, but that will be waved off. Did he get this one in the cylinder?
I don't know.
No, he definitely didn't. I'm not sure what the call is there.
That's a terrible call. Awful call.
And from not a very good position either. We don't have the full court replay right there, but that call came from about 30 or 35 feet out, not from right under the rim.
No.
Either, where you might have a better view if that was the call. Either way, it goes against the Pirates as Solomon being doubled, able to pass out, and they work it down low to Holland. Holland back to Thomas, shot clock down to 4. Thomas gonna fire for three and hit.
My goodness.
3 straight threes for the Bulldogs, who trailed by 12, and they are now back within 1. They're on an 11-0 run. McIntyre off a screen from Garza, tries to lob down low, and Craver going to pick up the foul. Let's watch the replay here. Against the shot clock, and Tobin is there. That's a good job by Thomas to step to his left, create the lane, and he knocks it down. Nico Thomas shoots just 16% from three-point range on less than 1 attempt a game on the season, so Thomas made the most of it there. But that is not typically a big part of his game.
No.
And the Bulldogs pull back within 1 as Garza steps to the line. 6'8" freshman out of Surprise, Arizona. Well, it was sophomore night here for the Pirate men. And, Michael, it was a long ceremony.
It was.
Quite a few sophomores on this team. And
you have a lot of sophomores, and you have a number 2 ranking in Southern California. You know what kind of expectations come with that. This team poised to make a postseason run.
Well, they certainly would seem to have all the pieces in place, both in terms of physical talent, in terms of tools.
Tools and the talent.
But they also bring a wealth of experience up and down this roster as well. But it's going to be a crowded field and a lot of strong teams, and we look forward to watching it.
Great back
Solomon
door.
on the backdoor cut, pulls up, shot no good. Rebound off to Thomas, another offensive rebound. They lob down low looking for Kelly, who can't find the handle, and Tobin digs it out. Tobin back the other way. The Bulldogs able to get back. Pirates will set up. Under 4 to go in the first half. Looking for Garza.
Great
and Garza
find.
able to muscle it up and in. That was a tough angle.
Look
but
at
Garza,
the find here from Tobin. Beautiful feed.
Well, they seem to have that synergy. Obviously, not just tonight, but Tobin and Garza, both starters for most, if not all, of this season.
Great work.
Back to a 4-point lead.
How is that a foul on the defense?
Let's see the replay.
Well, both players doing work, and if anybody goes over the back there, it's the offensive player.
Yeah, it's Aaron Moore.
Moore.
Yep. For Tobin, it's his first foul. Just the third on the Pirates as a team. The Bulldogs have 8 team fouls. Anyway, let's bring you back live. Another foul call.
And an and one.
Bell picks up the foul. We'll show you the replay here. And Bell just a little late getting there. And the double pump from Kelly. Kelly averages 10 points a game. He's a sophomore out of West Palm Beach, Florida. Gets the bounce. 3-point play. Back to a 1-point game. McIntyre working against pressure. Into the lane. Pulls up with the teardrop off the back iron. Gets his own rebound. Bell open for 3. No good. Gets his own rebound. Couple of chances here for the Pirates. Tobin on the drive. Muscles it up. No good. Moore rips down the board, but loses it out of bounds. There's a lot of contact. Moore going to not get the foul call.
I mean, how is this not a foul if the one on the other one is? I mean, that's 2 fouls there. One up top, one underneath. And then probably a foul on Garza, but we're going to stay here with it. So timeout on the floor.
33-32. The Pirates clinging to a 1-point lead, 3:06 remaining in the first half. It's Ventura College basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. Bulldogs will bring it in, or I should say the Pirates will bring it in after the Bulldogs lost the ball out of bounds. So another chance. This will be the 4th look on this trip down for the Pirates, who hold on to the 1-point lead. Garza with position on Moore. Turnaround shot rattles in. Garza with a big first half. Well, he's looking about getting that average back up to double digits, just under at 9.9. He's already got 13. 35-32, 3-point lead for Ventura. Solomon raises up from 3, front iron, and Tobin has the rebound. Tobin at the controls, down goes Chase. Tobin on the drive, shot blocked by Kelly. The rebound's on the floor and out of bounds, and it will stay with Ventura. No, I think Vondre Chase just lost the footing, but we'll see. McIntyre in a New Jersey from a tough angle. Adrian tried to keep it alive, but it ends up with Kelly. I'm going to assume that is Anthony McIntyre in a New Jersey.
I think you're right.
I think I recognize Anthony at this point. Stroud. Double down low, reach-in foul on Tobin. That'll be his 2nd foul. 5th on the Pirates as a team.
That's a good call.
Bring you back live. Stroud going to bring it in. It's Solomon along with Kelly, Stroud, Chase, and Moore on the floor. For the Bulldogs, Stroud loses the handle. McIntyre moving in on Chase. Finger roll good. McIntyre's had a quiet first half, has 6 points. Bulldogs want to go quickly back the other way. That one rims out for Moore. 37-32. Pirates with the 5-point lead. McIntyre driving in on Moore. Around and out. Garza with another offensive rebound, and he loses that one out of bounds.
A good battle down low, though, but God, I think that goes off of Vondre Chase.
Garza now up to 5 rebounds. And I thought it was even more, but he has been tremendous, both scoring with 13 points, but also on the boards. And as I say, he's had a quiet couple of weeks as Stroud with the dunk on the good feed by Solomon. Winding down towards a minute to go here in the first half. And the Bulldogs back within 3. The Pirates have led by as many as 9. McIntyre around to Garza's screen. High off the glass, no good. Tapped outside to Cordell Gordon. Gordon in on Stroud. That one off to Bell. McIntyre's step back 3, short, and Stroud has the rebound. The Pirates piling up the chances here in the latter stages of this first half. Solomon angles into the lane, back outside to Stroud. Stroud, step back 3, that's good. Amari Stroud ties it up with 31 seconds remaining, about a 3-second difference, as Stroud now has 16. High screen from Garza, and Chase runs him over, and Vondre Chase will pick up the foul. Watch Amari Stroud. No chance for Adrian McIntyre.
Holds the finish, guides it in. That's a great job by Stroud. He's up to 16 in this one.
And Garza back to the line. He leads the Pirates with 13. Adrian McIntyre with 12. And the work on the floor, tied at 37.
Now what more do you want if you're Ventura? Points off turnovers, 14-0. You're winning the rebounding battle against a team that's a little bigger than you are, and yet it's tied up. And I would attribute a lot of that to poor shot selection here in the first half for the Pirates.
Garza gets the roll. 38-37, one more coming. Craver returns for the Bulldogs. Start to think about what is the season high for Garza. And the season high is 19. Very much in his sights with 14 already.
DeWuji checks back in for Bell.
Garza shoots 63% from the line, 1 out of 2. 38-37, the Bulldogs with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Craver. McIntyre on him, down to 12 seconds. Craver directing traffic. Wants a high screen from Kelly, lost the handle, trying to keep it alive. Now down to 5 seconds. Craver, under pressure, hoists up the 3, no good.
That's a great job by McIntyre. You see him come out. We'll watch the final possession here. So he lulls off, and then he'll surprise him real quick and come off here. So he can't set up. It's great disruption from McIntyre. Just a tough shot to round things out. Ventura with a 1-point lead heading to the halftime. 38-37, number 2 team in the South, getting all they want and more from Allan Hancock, Western State Conference action here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network.
Start of the second half from Ventura. And the Pirates with a 1-point lead. And a championship in the balance. If the Pirates can take care of business here tonight, they will wrap up the conference championship in the Western State North. If not, we will look ahead possibly to Friday and a resolution of who will be the champion here in 2022. Underway, Craver off to Stroud, who led all scorers with 16 in the first half. Finds Solomon. Kicks it back outside looking for Chase, and that is off Chase. McIntyre getting into the passing lane again. Continues to be disruptive on defense, forces the turnover. And the Pirates get it back. Anthony Garza led the way for Ventura with 14 in the first half. Adrian McIntyre with 12 for the Pirates as well. This is Anthony McIntyre. Tobin in the lane. Great fake and the layup. Tobin pushes it to a 40-37 lead for Ventura. Watch here as Tobin fakes Holland into the air and then the easy finish. Stroud on the drive. Shot rims no good. Knocked out of play. It'll stay with Allan Hancock. Stroud looking to bring it in. Baseline left. Out to Craver. Craver dancing on the dribble. Working on Garza. Fade away, too strong. DeWushi trying to keep it alive. Holland giving chase. Keeps it alive, but saves it to Garza. Tobin fans it out to DeWushi. Driving on Holland. Layup no good. Rebound off to Craver. Looked like Holland might have bothered that shot. Good recovery. Still a 3-point game. Stroud matched up with Garza. Into the lane, hangs in the air and scores. Amari Stroud with 18. Nearing his conference average, which is just under 19 at 18-8. But he's going to better that number. I'm going to step out on a limb and say that. McIntyre fans it out to DeWushi. Right? I make that bold prediction every so often. Garza caught a little glass from the shot out front, but the Pirates have the offensive rebound. McIntyre goes down hard. Holland's going to pick up the foul. Non-shooting foul. It'll be the second on Holland. Catching you up on the foul trouble. Holland with 2. Nico Thomas with 2. Bryce Craver with 2.
On 2.
Schulten Tobin with 2 for the Pirates. We're early in the second half. Corner 3 from McIntyre rimming no. Solomon leaks out ahead. Chase back to Moore, who has that one stripped by DeWushi. Quickly back to Stroud. In the low post, working against Tobin. Turnaround shot, buries it. Amari Stroud gives the Bulldogs the lead. Tobin on the drive. DeWushi will try for 3. In and out. Rebound off to Moore. Again, Chase leaking out in from the right. The layup good. Timeout on the floor. 43-40 in favor of Allan Hancock. We'll step aside. You're watching Pirate Basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. Bulldogs with a 3-point lead here at Ventura early in the second half. Pirates trying to stay unbeaten in conference play. McIntyre on the drive, doesn't get the roll, but the foul on Solomon will send him to the line. Well, here's a nice luxury to have if you're Joey Ramirez and the Pirates. You need a hoop, you need some points. Clear out, let Adrian McIntyre drive it to the front of the rim. Good things tend to happen if you're a Pirate fan. Up and good for McIntyre, who is outstanding foul shooter.
There we go to the floor level here, and
85% from the line for Adrian McIntyre.
there he is.
Looking for his 14th point, and he's got it. 43-42. Pirates back within one. Well, you suspected that this was going to be a good postseason litmus test against a Bulldog squad that comes in playing very well, and that's exactly what's happened. That one stolen, McIntyre to McIntyre. The brothers hook up on the break. Great feed, McIntyre, Adrian with 16. Pirates have a 44-43 lead as we bring you back live. Stroud into the lane, goes to the left hand and rattles at home. Mike, you have got to be impressed with Amari Stroud. I mean, this is some kind of performance.
To quote one of our favorite movies, that boy's good.
I mean, he is showing you a little bit of everything as McIntyre with a tremendous finish.
Speaking of good.
Puts the Pirates back out in front by one, but Stroud, we've seen a couple of three-pointers. We've seen him work down low, drive the basket. That was the left hand. It is a potent offensive arsenal for Amari Stroud, and the Pirates have their hands full. Tobin with the steal on Solomon. 2-on-2, off to McIntyre, hammered by Chase. He's got a three-point opportunity coming up.
Great job defensively by Tobin, and then it's just a hard foul, hard playoff foul there.
Yeah, and I think Vondre Chase is clearly making a play for the ball.
McIntyre hurt.
And McIntyre, that was a very, very dangerous play. McIntyre's very high in the air. Get another look at this. And let's watch Chase here, who I think tries to make some kind of play on the ball, but there was an awful lot of contact there, and I think that
he's having an issue with his right hand there.
Yeah, there's no question but that Chase knew that he was fouling him as well.
Yeah.
Of course, the utility of that play goes down a little bit. McIntyre, again, a very, very good free throw shooter. Not typically a guy where it's going to work to your favor to, quote, make him earn it from the line. Meanwhile, it does work that time as McIntyre to the drive and scoops and scores. 4 points on the trip. As we watch the replay, and McIntyre again extending that right arm, the soft touch, 50-45. The Pirates, who trailed it by 3, now on a 10-2 run to take a 5-point lead. Fade away for Solomon, rims no good. Tap off the glass, Garza controls.
Great activity on the glass there from Garza.
Pirates will take their time, leading it by 5. Early stages of the second half. McIntyre back on the drive around, more reach-in foul. This should go against Stroud.
Let's go back to that bucket here from McIntyre. If you remember, you go back to the first half, and he had a stretch where he went on a 7-0 run himself for Ventura.
Mike, I want to clarify something. We were in a replay, but I believe they called that a flagrant then, didn't they, on Vondre Chase, because the Pirates, rather than getting the free throw, took it out of bounds. As we'll keep it here momentarily, 15-18 to go, and a 5-point lead for the Pirates. But I believe Chase was called for a flagrant foul on that foul on McIntyre, which the Pirates ultimately turned into a 4-point play on their way to a 5-point lead here at Ventura.
Why don't we take a look at it?
One more time. Let's take you back here. And I think it's a good call. Like I said, I don't want to go ahead and call this a dirty play by Vondre Chase. I think it's just, as you called it, and I think it's an apt description, just a hard playoff foul, and he's going to make McIntyre go to the line. But if that's not a flagrant, I'm not really sure what realistically is going to qualify as one.
Well, when I initially went back to look at the play, I looked to see if there was any play on the ball, and there was. So in the defense of Chase, he did make a play on the ball, although he also made a play to make it a physical foul.
Yeah.
And, you have the player up. We'll go back and we'll see it again. But you see Chase here running down, makes a play up on the ball there, and then just contacts the player in midair, and obviously it's a dangerous play, but not one of the Detroit bad boy-esque fouls that maybe you might have thought at first glance.
Mike, let's be fair. There is no backboard support. There is no basket support to throw him into.
That's fair.
Here at Ventura.
There is no basketball stanchion, if you will.
You can't really do the full imitation. As McIntyre heads to the line, the Pirates looking to extend on the 5-point lead.
There we get a good look of McIntyre from floor level, and this is a player that can take over a game. And
yeah, he's up to 20 in the game.
Couple of missed free throws though his last couple times down. He didn't make the layup after the foul, but you wonder what type of effect that'll have on his shooting motion going the rest of the way.
Yeah, 1 out of 2 from the line. He's got 21 in the game, and the Pirates lead it by 6. Moore in the low post against Tobin, spins, baseline reverse up and good.
Put somebody.
Nice work from Aaron Moore.
That's called torture chamber right there, and Moore makes it work.
Well, we referenced in the first half that Schulten Tobin seems to draw the short straw, depending on how you look at it. For the Pirates defensively, he seems to always get the toughest assignment, and Aaron Moore in the low post, that qualifies as a tough assignment.
Look at the effort here from McIntyre. Misses on the shot, gets back into the play. Give me that. Timeout, and he's going to be awarded a timeout. On the side, that's just terrific effort.
Yeah, not giving up on the
from
play.
McIntyre, exactly right. Not giving up on the play. That's a bit of leadership, my friend. McIntyre with 21 in the game. Timeout on the floor. Pirates with possession when we come back.
Pirates on an 11-4 run to open up a 4-point lead, but don't kid yourself. They are having a tough time shaking this Bulldog squad that has been right with them from the outset. Anthony McIntyre on the wing working against Solomon. Little hesitation, starts to drive, dribbled it off his foot.
Yep.
So Solomon giving Anthony McIntyre a little taste of his own medicine.
Yeah.
Good pressure on ball defense. And that's something that we often see Anthony McIntyre do to an opponent. Craver over the line. Moore.
Need to bring help.
Tobin.
There you go.
On him. The double team comes. McIntyre dug it out, but Craver able to come up with it for the Bulldogs. Chase back outside. Craver passes on the 3. Shot clock down to 9.
Terrific defense.
Solomon with Dewuji on him. Chase drives the lane, hangs in the air.
Charge.
And it is a charge on Chase as Dewuji gets to the spot. Mike, you made the call early, and you were on it.
Chase goes right into the defender's chest. That is textbook right there, and Dewuji wins a possession for the Pirates.
And that's a lot of what Aaron Dewuji is going to bring to this starting lineup.
Heady basketball.
Knock down the occasional shot, but it's the defensive pressure defensive energy. And they're able to draw the charge on Chase and get it back for the Pirates, who lead it by 4. McIntyre with 9 points in the second half already. Kicks it outside, gets it back, corner 3, splash! Adrian McIntyre with 24.
We're going to go back to that possession. Just a terrific job offensively. Enter into the high post, leak to the corner, splash.
7-point lead for the Pirates. Their largest lead has been 9. Stroud on the baseline, turnaround, half hook, in and out, back in again. Stroud continues to be a one-man gang for the Bulldogs. He's now got 22. Pirate lead is 5. Tobin at the elbow. Fakes, now fires, short.
That's out off of Chase, I think. Or Craven, excuse me.
Yeah, Craver working against Garza.
Let's go back to the possession here. Dribble off the foot, McIntyre, enter high post, and he leaks to the corner for the open jumper. Terrific offense from the Pirates.
Couple of threes for McIntyre in the game. Garza, Kelly on him. It's still the starting 5 on the floor for the Pirates. Midway through this second half, McIntyre off the right foot, and the floater is good.
Tough shot here from McIntyre, and we'll see the finish. That's just a tough shot.
Shows you the strength of Anthony McIntyre. He's on one leg and more or less just flicks it up. Miscommunication, Solomon giving chase, McIntyre down to the floor. They are still going. Whistles come in. This should be a jump ball, as both Solomon and McIntyre, neither one wanted to give up, and a nice moment there caught at the tail end there. We're going to watch here as they were battling, but they both got up, gave each other a quick pat on the backside, and they're not going to carry it with them. And they just two pretty hard-nosed players that neither one wanted to give up that ball. 12:32 remaining in the second half, and the Pirates with the 7-point lead.
And I think neither one wanted to pick up a technical foul.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that.
Well, Solomon, I believe, has 2. Yep, he has 2 fouls. So if he picks up another foul, that's 3. And the arrows should be in favor of the Pirates, so they should have possession coming out here. No, they are going to issue a – is that a double foul?
It's going to be the third.
Third on Solomon.
And it'll be just the first on McIntyre. So as trades go, that's going to be a pretty good one for the Pirates. With 12:32 remaining, Solomon now with 3 fouls along with Chase.
No, the initial call was a foul on Solomon. Comes over the top of McIntyre. And obviously the scrum right there, and just some hard-fought basketball. And Jeff, as we talked about, this is playoff time basketball. This is exactly what you're going to see, hard-fought, hard-nosed basketball. We saw it wasn't flagrant, but it was pretty borderline, the physical foul from Chase earlier from the Bulldogs on McIntyre. I wouldn't label it dirty.
Yeah. No, neither would I. Well, there's a lot on the line here tonight, and these are long-standing rivals, 2 schools that know each other very well and are rivals across several different sports. McIntyre for 3, that's good. Mentioned some of the shooting woes from long range in the last few games for Adrian McIntyre, but that more and more appears to be a thing of the past, as he is 3 of 5 from three-point range. Foul called as Craver on the drive will get a couple of free throws. Going back to the previous 3 from McIntyre's, Craver readies himself at the line. The lead now up to 10 for the Pirates, and Adrian McIntyre is up to 27 in the game. Just
a quick flare, little space, doesn't need much. McIntyre makes him pay dearly, and well, the lead in double digits right now. Craven can change that.
Bryce Craver hits the second free throw, gets it back to a 9-point game as the sophomore from La Mirada hits 1 out of 2. Meanwhile, a foul called down low and a couple of free throws coming for the Pirates, as Adrian McIntyre continues to attack this Bulldog defense on the drive there. Doesn't get the roll, but back to the line with 12 minutes to go. I believe McIntyre's season high is 35, but that starts to become a possibility. He's up to 28.
Well, Jeff, we expected a big show from the McIntyres this evening, and we have not been disappointed. 28 could be 29 after this free throw here. Adrian McIntyre.
I stand corrected, 36. But he's got 29 here. What a way to punctuate this season for Adrian McIntyre. A big offensive performance as the Pirates are trying to close out another conference championship here in the Western State North. Foul on Dewuji in the backcourt. Into Vondre Chase. Pirates with just 2 team fouls in the second half. The lob to Stroud up and in. Amari Stroud, as McIntyre comes back the other way and has that one erased. That was Caleb Mack, who makes his first appearance here tonight and comes up with a tremendous block. Let's watch here on McIntyre.
We get a foul on Stroud, I think, or Chase.
It's Stroud, and it's his third. That will send Garza to the line. Garza had 14 in the first half. No points so far in the second half, but a chance to get on the board.
On 2.
First free throw, no good. Garza with 14 points and 7 rebounds.
You got me there, Emery?
Still a 9-point game, but foul trouble becoming something of a concern for the Bulldogs with Solomon, Stroud, Chase, and Holland, all with 3 fouls. 1 out of 2 for Garza. 10-point lead for the Pirates. Chase leans over the dribble. Checked by Dewuji. Stroud calling for it down low in a crowd. He's fouled as Anthony McIntyre came on the double team.
I think they're going to get Garza over the back here. Yeah.
First foul on Garza. Amari Stroud heading to the line where he shoots 65%. And one rim's no good. Talked about Stroud missing the last couple of games. But the Bulldogs able to win those games as they come in on an 8-game win streak. But hard to imagine it's not nice for them to get Amari Stroud back in the fold.
Yeah.
26 in the game. Still a 9-point lead for the Pirates.
Make it 27 after the made free throw.
I got him at 26 still, but
I got him at 27 on the board.
Well, there you go. That's going to be more accurate.
Charge.
Offensive foul. Kelly in position.
And I wonder if Kelly is outside of the area.
Third on McIntyre.
That's a great job of feet defensively, being ready. McIntyre unable to position his body around the defender, picks up a charge. That's his third.
Pirates will bring full court pressure. Craver gets a screen from Stroud. Now it's Garza on Stroud, puts it on the floor. And a foul, non-shooting.
15 foul. Hancock in the penalty. Pirates 2 away.
Second foul on Garza. Craver, Stroud, Kelly, Mack, and Chase. Meanwhile, the Pirates have the McIntyres, Dewuji, Tobin, and Garza. Back to a 7-point game as Chase able to score down low.
Hancock going to go man here.
McIntyre gets it back from Garza. Step back 3. Rimming no.
Great two-man game there. McIntyre
Chase
just can't get it to go.
into the front court. In on
That
DeWuji.
should be a block. Wow.
It's a charge, and that's the 4th foul on Vondre Chase. Watch here is DeWuji.
DeWuji moving into the defender. We're going to have a see DeWuji move to his left here at the end and then go back. That's a tough call against Chase.
And a big call as Chase now has 4 fouls midway through this 4th quarter. And Matt Solomon will return, he himself playing with 3 fouls. As Chase will check out, and Chase also holding his left knee over on the bench. It was hard to say if it was physical pain or existential pain on the 4th foul call for Chase, but it was a pained expression, and we don't want to make light if there is a physical issue, but Chase appeared to be rubbing that left knee. We'll see if he is able to return. McIntyre able to force one up and in. What a finish by McIntyre. Back to a 9-point lead.
Great action again. Screen and then dip in. And that should have been an and one.
Yeah, Craver trying to contain him down low.
Yeah, victimized.
Solomon wants Holland. And Anthony McIntyre going to pick up the foul. And if that's on McIntyre, that's his 4th. It's good recognition. Well, what do you think there, Michael? I'm not.
Okay, right there.
A little hold right there.
That's your foul, right there. That's a good call. Initially, I didn't like it because the ball was not catchable. It's almost like in football. Is it really pass interference? If the ball isn't catchable, you go back and you look at it, and he's holding him down low. That's a good call by the official.
Mack on the drive, lays it in. Caleb Mack with his first 2, and the Bulldogs. Here we are, midway through the 2nd. Bulldogs still within 7. The lead briefly up to double digits. Pick and roll, Garza back outside. Bell steps into a 3 and hits.
That cannot happen if you're Allan Hancock. Lead back out to double digits. And you talked about Bell and how hot he's been over the last 5 games. He had to be on the scouting report. You cannot lose him.
It is his first points of the night. Holland fronted by DeWuji.
We'll go
so
back
they've done a
here.
pretty good job, I should say, Michael, on Jelani Bell, but this time they lost him. DeWuji picks up the foul, and now the Pirates are in the penalty, and that will send Holland to the line for a 1-and-1. Holland shoots 60% from the line. That's short. Tap to McIntyre. Bulldogs come up empty on the front end. Well, McIntyre's had a few short nights the last few weeks, but he is getting substantial minutes tonight. Garza able to save that one in the low post, looking down low for Tobin. Tobin in a crowd.
I mean, I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go back about 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that's about 5, 6 seconds, and we didn't get the front end of that. Pirates get away with one there with a 3 in the key that should have been called, and Hancock has to pay the price as Tobin now goes to the line for a couple.
Tobin comes in red hot of late. In his last 2 games, Shelton Tobin averaging 17.5 a game to go along with 5.5 rebounds and 6.5 assists. And he's Mr. Do Everything for this team. Talked about on the defensive end, he usually draws the top assignment off the back iron, but also a facilitator offensively. That one saved by the Bulldogs. They try to get it back and off the side of the board. Just outside of our camera, it was Mack and Solomon in the area. Pirates are going to keep it, leading by 11. Looking for a dagger. Little run here, Michael, and they might finally be able to put the Bulldogs away.
Ooh, travel from Bell.
Yeah, drag that foot. Garza looking for the back cut from McIntyre, who lays it in. Adrian McIntyre with 33. What great patience from Garza as well. No panic as they bring the double team.
Yeah, the composure incredibly cool here.
Stroud will try to answer from 3. Long rebound to Craver. Back to Stroud. Jump stop. Stripped. And Tawuji's got the steal.
McIntyre.
That was McIntyre getting a hand in there. Tobin.
Offense.
Offensive foul. Solomon draws the charge.
That's a good call.
Tobin with 7 points tonight, but in Schulten Tobin style, he's also got 4 rebounds and 6 assists. Timeout on the floor, 7:59 to go in the ballgame. Ventura with a 13-point lead. It's Pirate basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. Pirates have crept out to their largest lead of the night at 13, 70-57. Trying to stay perfect here in the Western State North. Bring home another championship under head coach Joey Ramirez. And look ahead to the postseason, where they will certainly be. Solomon spins to his left, shot off the back iron, the rebound on the floor, dug out by Bell. And one thing worth noting in the second half, as the Pirates have turned a 1-point lead into a 13-point lead, is they are starting to win the battle on the glass again. We have not seen a lot of offensive rebounds from the Bulldogs, and that has been a big part of their success of late. McIntyre fouled on the drive.
Again, good action here.
Still 34-31, so it's a 3-rebound advantage for the Pirates. But the Bulldogs really feast on those second and third chances to get runs going. That's what they did in the first half to get themselves back into the game initially. And we haven't seen that in the second half as the Pirates push the lead to 14. One more free throw coming for McIntyre, who is closing in on a season high. This is a guy who's gone for 30-plus 5 times on the season, make it 6 with this one tonight. Free throw good. He's got 35. 72-57. Craver between the circles. Check by Bell. This is Kelly looking for Stroud down low, and Tobin with the reach in. Tobin with his 4th foul. And as much as Tobin typically draws the leading scorer, I'm not sure how much tougher of a defensive assignment you could have if you're Schulten Tobin than Amari Stroud. Because it's all the scoring ability and a big problem in terms of physical stature, as Amari Stroud is 6'10". Misses the front end. Kelly with the offensive rebound, another chance. Stroud to the turnaround, might have been partially tipped by Nuloe. Rebound off to the Pirates. But how do you like the matchup with Amari Stroud at 6'10"?
Love it.
With the kind of handles that he has shown.
God, reminds me of a player a few years ago. I want to say 2016, Cerritos.
Yeah, I know where you're going. Can't remember the name, but you're right. Good feed to Garza, who throws it down. This one ends up with Nuloe, and watch Nuloe again, the poise and composure to pass out of the double team, and Garza. Throw it down, big man.
Yes, sir.
74-57. 17-point lead for the Pirates that are starting to pull away. Solomon goes to the left hand. Matt Solomon, who's had a quiet night with just 7 points, able to drive and score, but the Pirate lead has swelled to 15 at 74-59 with 6:13 remaining. .613 remaining. Pirates perhaps 6 minutes and 13 seconds away from a conference championship. They lead it by 15. McIntyre in from the left, kicks it outside to Bell. Up top to DeWuji. The Pirates will bring it back out and set up. Shot clock at 15. Bell around to Garza's screen. Nuloe. They'll back off of him. Bell will try for 3 and hit. Jelani Bell with a couple of threes. He's got 6 in the game.
Well, he missed out on one where he would have been in rhythm, and there he says, you know what? You're too far off.
Well, this is something of a departure of what we've often seen from the Pirates on our coverage here at the VC Sports Network. This time, rather than blitzing early, it's going to be the Pirates perhaps pulling away late as McIntyre running the floor lays it in.
Great job of transition offense. Spacing not necessarily there, but able to operate in tight quarters, and the finish there from McIntyre. He has 37.
New season high. I'm going for a little Robert Wool there in Boulder.
I just didn't know what to counter with that. Solomon with a triple. He's in double figures.
Solomon, the leading scorer for the Bulldogs on the season at 16.4 a game. And that'll tell you the job that the Pirates have done on him as he just gets to 10. But again, the likes of the McIntyre brothers and Shelton Tobin, DeWuji, Pirates can be so tough defensively as McIntyre with a rare miss at the rim. Solomon, heat check, that one's short. Craver able to tap it to himself.
What a great rebound by Craver.
It's Stroud against DeWuji. Turnaround off the heel. Outside, another chance. Solomon dials up for 3 and hits.
Man, right in the face of what looked like Jelani Bell.
Meanwhile, we have whistles down on the floor as you watch Solomon. And let's remember what we often talk about in our coverage, the 3-ball as the great equalizer. We're down to 4:10 remaining in the game, and it's a 14-point lead for the Pirates. But you start raining in threes from everywhere, and this one's a long way from over. Gonna let this play here and see what the call was down on the floor.
No, we had, it looked like McIntyre throw up, and I wonder if he should be looked at medically. You know, when you have a play, remember he had that big contact earlier in the game, and he has been terrific this evening. But yeah, McIntyre's going to come out, and they'll tend to him. But you know, when all of a sudden you start getting that type of motion sickness after taking a pretty big collision, best to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a good point to remember to go back to. That was a big collision and a fall from about rim level where McIntyre was when he was hit on that break. So they will take a look at McIntyre, and if his evening is done, he finishes with a new season high 37 points here tonight. And it's been critical. This is a Bulldog team that came in playing very well and with a lot of confidence. And the Pirates have withstood the challenge and lead it by 14 with 4:10 remaining, trying to close it out and stay unbeaten. In the Western State North, as you mentioned, they move into the top 2 in Southern California. They're going to be home for that opening couple of rounds in the postseason. And we will look forward to hopefully bringing you coverage on the VC Sports Network.
So we're going to go to the play that happened earlier. And this is the hard collision that McIntyre took. And doesn't touch his head there.
Yeah.
Which is the most concerning thing. But McIntyre right now back on the floor, and that's good to see. But, just the collision itself, that at game speed, we'll see if we can play it one more time. And we'll play it at full speed here. These are two high-level athletes, going to work. So it's tough. And McIntyre, okay. And I wonder if they're going to let him back in. They're up 14, 4:10 to go. I remember my college coach used to tell me before every game he used to throw up. And
was your college coach Willie Beeman?
No, it wasn't. I don't know if he came from a long line of Beemans. I know that wasn't his last name. The names will remain nameless. But yeah, that was an issue. And I wonder if maybe it was jitters or we hope it's not something else.
Jelani Bell, jump stop in the lane, goes to the left hand.
Man, that is a great move in traffic. Look at this from Jelani Bell. Hey, I can hit him from outside, but I can also finish with my offhand down low in traffic. 81-65, the lead swells to 16 for the Pirates.
Solomon Tawuji steps in front, has the steal. Great anticipation from Aaron Tawuji.
It's a Pirate team you have to beat. They are not going to beat themselves. They are well coached. They can go on runs. And obviously, if you can get hot from three, you can do yourselves a lot of favors. We saw what happened in that first half against Oxnard last week. Bell from three, no.
Around and out, and Stroud has the rebound. Chase playing with 4 fouls, weaves in on Nuloe.
Dream shake.
Goes to the turnaround, rims no. Craver working the offensive glass. Puts it back up and in.
Tough shot.
Well, that is what Bryce Craver does. You don't need to watch the Bulldogs all season to get a sense. Open three, McIntyre, no. Rebound to Kelly. Under 3 minutes. Bulldogs running short on time. Solomon pulls up, no good. Tapped off the glass, and Garza wins the battle. Anthony Garza closing in on a double-double. He's got 17 and 9.
You don't need to shoot. Coach Ramirez irate at the shot that McIntyre took that time down. You were up by 14. You don't need a three at that point. If you're going to take it, you better make it.
Well, leave it to a former point guard to be pissed off about a poor decision on the floor about what shot to take. McIntyre with the shot clock running down.
Now that one, okay, obviously, hey, you're going to run the shot clock down, but how about better shot selection? We talked about the lack of decision-making in terms of shot selection in that first half. Really would allowed Hancock to get back in it, but it's been the play of Anthony McIntyre in the first and the second half that has really allowed the Pirates to the 14-point lead.
Craver with the runner, no good. Stroud on the offensive glass, lost it on the way up.
That's great hands
They're going to
from
say
McIntyre. No,
yeah.
They're going to stay here.
Yeah, it's off of, was that Garza or McIntyre? Someone reached in, but
it was. I think it was McIntyre.
Bulldogs will keep it. The shot clock at 28, but the more important clock, the big one at 1:45 and counting. Stroud for three, missed everything.
He's tired.
Adrian McIntyre jets into the front court. Little move to his right. Hooks it outside to Bell. Bell drives the baseline. Back outside. Pirates with plenty of time on the shot clock, down to 18. McIntyre on the drive again. Off the glass, gets it to go. Anthony McIntyre pushes the lead back to 16. He's in double figures. He's now got 12. Solomon with the layup. Solomon now up to 15 in the game, but most of that coming in the last few minutes here after the Pirates had stepped out to the lead.
Wonder if we can get a shot of the huddle up and close.
It's Emery Johnson coming out to work with us again here tonight.
Emery Johnson, stud of all studs on camera.
What can he not do?
As we get the thumbs up from Emery. What can he not do? I don't know. He can definitely rope a steer, that's for sure.
Making him the only one here at SoCalCollegeSports.com who can do it.
Yeah. Probably the only one at SoCal College Sports right now, as we're on Emery's camera, with a rope in his car. Another thumbs up from Emery.
14-point lead for the Pirates with 1:16 to go. Should they close it out, they'll move to 11-0. They will be the Western State North champions for the 6th year in a row under head coach Joey Ramirez, and they will look ahead to hosting, one would believe, a couple of rounds in the upcoming postseason. Down to a minute to go. Solomon will foul Adrian McIntyre. 4th foul on Solomon. McIntyre has not gone for 40 on the season. 6-time 30-plus here tonight. He's at 37.
Now we see McIntyre and Adrian. What a ball game.
Out of Santa Clarita. That one up and good. Watched his brother on sophomore night. Recognized. And we'll see if a year from now, Adrian will be here at Ventura. No doubt, Pirate fans and the rest of the team hoping that that happens. You see Adrian McIntyre for another year here at Ventura. Craver with the runner foul called as he works against Bell.
Well, obviously, if you're a fan of Ventura college basketball, you'd love to see Adrian back in a Pirate uniform, but I mean, you have to imagine, considering his performance throughout the season, what 4 years are looking at him right now. I mean, you have to imagine that he would be an asset to anybody that would be in the likes to recruit him.
Yeah, I have to ask the question, watching Adrian McIntyre, and you think about at the next level, what's missing? He's 6'3". He has enough strength to really impose himself driving the lane. And obviously, at that size, you would believe that the ball handling would become even more important, but that's an area where he seems quite comfortable. But this is a guy who no doubt has next level written all over him, but he seems to bring everything to the table.
He's a well-rounded player. I think it's refining his craft, becoming a better shooter, a better athlete, a better ball handler.
Yeah.
And like I said, refinement of his skill set, which is already well-rounded, is going to serve him well. And I think, under the tutelage of Joey Ramirez and company here at Ventura College, the perfect place to do it. He's going to get plenty of exposure, that's for sure.
It's not a bad guy to learn from.
Yeah.
Talk about refining, running the offense.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, sophomore Jelani Bell heads to the line, and it'll be interesting to see where Jelani Bell goes from here. This is a guy that we've talked about started the season in one role on this team, but has really grown into a completely different role and has become maybe offensive option number 2 or 3 on this team, has really developed into far more of an impact player offensively than perhaps they even thought at the start of the year.
Yeah, you know what? We were talking on the ride up today, and I thought he reminded me a lot in stretches of a player that Ventura College had a couple years ago in Jacob Alonzo, a player that averaged 16, 17 points a game. Jacob Alonzo, his basketball IQ pretty much unparalleled that season on the basketball court, but I think Bell with a little bit more upside, a little bit more ability, but certainly can score in bunches. We saw his shooting on display full force in the, I believe it was the Oxnard game. And he's shown out very well here for the Pirates down the stretch in 2022.
Thomas going to head to the line. The Pirates now just 11.9 remaining, and they are going to stay perfect and wrap up another championship here in the Western State North. And now it's onwards to the postseason, and what can they do there?
We've got to go to our floor camera, and triple zeros on the clock. Pirates with a 16-point win. And, well, Jeffrey, I think we have some thank yous to dole out.
Well, as always, Jimmy Walker here at Ventura College, athletic director, and Jimmy, of course, so integral in bringing the VC Sports Network to you. Wants to really increase that coverage so that whether you're here in person or if you can't make it, you can always follow along. And, of course, that's a big part of what we do. So it's great working with Jimmy, and, of course, our thanks to him.
And Rob Hester as well, always working with us as we see Bell and McIntyre show a little love to the camera.
Well, I'm glad we could do that.
Well, impressive win. This is a game that was up in the air at the half. Both teams, I think it was a 1-point lead for the Pirates going in after the first set.
48 on the board in the second half. It was 38-37 at the break, so the Pirates make the adjustments and pull away from a team that came in playing as well as anybody with 8 wins in a row. This is a great statement by this Pirate team, and you have to think this is the right note. This is how you want to go into the postseason, taking care of business against a good team. 3
keys for the second half for Ventura. Their defense was much better. Their decision-making from a basketball shot-taking stance was much better. And Adrian McIntyre caught fire and was the difference in this one.
38 points to lead all scorers. Garza finishes with 17 points and 9 rebounds. He was critical early, had a big first half. And the Pirates are the 2022 Western State North champions as they move it to 25-2 on the season. That'll wrap up our coverage here from Ventura. The Pirates with the win over the Bulldogs and the Western State North Championship. For everybody here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, thanks so much for joining us. So long, everybody.